the report, I will be providing this report. Okay, now who is our G? We have Samuel Sam as our G. Samuel, can you introduce yourself and
Thank you.
your role?
Thank you, TME. Thank you. I made a mistake. I wasn't too sure where I was supposed to go for this Toastmaster meeting, and they told me Penang. I said, wow, it's quite tough to travel there just within a couple of hours. And my job, I'm very glad because KKchi, the boss, is here, and I'm glad to be part of this, Toastmaster meeting. The general evaluator evaluates everything that takes place during the club meeting. In addition, the general evaluator conducts the evaluations portion of the meeting and is responsible for the evaluation team. The speech evaluators are counter, grammarian, and the timer. The evaluation portion is broken into 3 parts. Part 1 will be introducing our evaluator to present their evaluation on the speaker tonight. And then we will introduce our appointed role players, timer, grammarian, and counter to provide us with their reports. And then lastly, I will probably give an overall evaluation of this very strong and lasting club. Probably I will learn a lot from this club. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Samuel. Thank you so much. So next, we have introduction of our meeting members, that is our guest and our club members. So I would list out one by one. Please help me to share your name and what is your role, from which club, and how do you feel today in this meeting. So firstly, I see To Hui Sung from BTM Club.
So what should I be doing then, Shweta? Introduce myself again?
Yes, introduce yourself.
And introduce myself. I am Hui-Sun. I am playing as SAA in this club, Butterworth Toastmasters Club. And my role, tonight's speaker.
Yes.
Club role is SAA. Other role is a mother.
Yeah, you are mother of the club.
I don't mean that.
Okay, thank you, Huisang. Next, I would like to call KK.
Hi, everyone. And for the guests who are here tonight helping us out in the various roles, Samuel, Yvonne, Alicia, who else? Anyone I left out? Joshua, is it? Yeah, Joshua as well. Thank you very much for coming. You all know my name, KKG. I've been around for quite some time. And tonight, my role is as the table topic master on the theme of mistakes is good for us. Back to you.
Thank you, KK. So next, we have Samuel Sham. Samuel?
Hi, that was a mistake. I think I introduced me already.
Okay, can you introduce us again from which club you are?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do you feel here?
So this is the guest part, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from YMCA KL, the president of YMCA KL. I live, you guys know about KL. I live in overseas Union Garden. And I've been with the YMCA, been with Toastmaster for not as long as KKG, about 8 years. And I really enjoy Toastmaster, and it is something that I do. It is in the blood. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Samuel. So next we have Joshua Chan. Joshua, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Joshua. I am visiting this club for the second time. I'm playing the role of the evaluator, and I am from MIEA Toastmasters Club in District 102. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Joshua. Thank you for joining us. And next we have Yvonne P.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yvonne. I am from Berjaya University College Toastmasters Club. I am the current VPE. Tonight, I will be a speech evaluator evaluating Hui Sang. This is my first time joining the Toastmasters Club for this club. Thanks to virtual platform, I don't have to travel so far to Penang, but I still can join a club meeting of a Penang club. Yay! Let's have fun tonight. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Yeah, we will have fun together. And nice to meet you here for the first time. Okay, next we have Alicia Tay.
Hi, I'm Alicia Tay. I'm from One World Toastmasters Club. Tonight is a very challenging to me because I have 3 clubs. The meeting are on Wednesday. Wednesday is the most challenging time for me. I had to tear myself into pieces. This is the second time I've accepted your invitation because I appreciate your invitation. I do enjoy the meeting. Over to you. Sure.
Thank you so much, Alicia, for accepting our invitation and being with us, supporting us. Okay, next, Boon Siang. Hi, Boon Siang. Are you there?
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Boon Siang. I'm from Intel Penang Toastmaster Club. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Boon Siang. Nice to meet you too. So next we have Kamal Kumar.
Hi everybody. Sorry, just working in the background a bit. So hi everybody, my name is Kamal. I will be one of the speech presenters today. So look forward to my speech later on during the day. Thank you very much.
Great, we will look forward to you, Kamal. Okay, next is Andy Lim.
Hi everybody, Andy Lim here. I'm just a member. The funny guy. I'm the funny guy.
Okay, so we remember you as the funny guy for this meeting. Okay, moving on, we have Jesslyn Hum.
Hi everyone, my name is Jesslyn. I'm the president for this club. Good to see you all tonight, and also happy Black Valentine's Day to all of you.
Thank you, Jesslyn. Okay, moving on to KL Koo.
I'm the newest member in the BTM. Just joined last week. We met before the last anniversary.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, KL Koo. Next, we have our Ailey. Ailey, you are on mute.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi. Good evenings. I didn't attend meeting quite some time. Just come back because due to my very busy schedule. So today my role is thought of the day. Later on, I will share my thought. And I'm the treasurer for this club, Butterworth Toastmasters Club. And I hope I can join back and then have that kind of spirit to continue my pathway. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ali, and welcome back. And I'm looking forward for your pathway registration. I mean the speech slot registration. Okay, next is our beautiful Jacinda.
Thank you, Shata. And hello, everyone. My name is Jacinda, and I'm Secretary of Butterworth Toastmasters Club. And for tonight's meeting, I will be your table topic evaluators. And wow, I'm so glad that we have so many new faces tonight. And I am so excited to hear what mistake you have made. And let's enjoy the meeting tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, Jacinda. Yeah, we are excited too. But yeah, let's do mistakes and let's learn from it. Okay, so we have completed our introductions and now let's move on to our word of the day by our grammarian Andy Lim. Welcome back, Andy Lim.
Yes, the funny guy is back. So Sweta, are you going to share the slide or?
Yes, I'll share the slide.
Okay, let's have the slides.
Hoisang, can you allow me to share?
Yep, you may now.
Okay.
Let's do it. So I decided to use this word for our word of the day because it's something that you see written quite often, but you don't really use it in your daily speaking way. So the word is pronounced for pa, for pa. So it's written like it's fox pass, but it's for pa. So everybody say it together with me. You don't have to unmute, but let's go. For pa. For pa. Yes.
Four pa, not five pa.
Yeah, for pa. Okay,
Faux
so
pas.
it's the explanation, the definition is a social blunder that is quite embarrassing. So in line with our theme about mistakes. So if you do something that is quite embarrassing in a social context, then you committed a faux pas. So how do you use it? This is a couple of examples. If you make a faux pas of manners during dinner, my proper mother will correct you. The second example is Claire committed a huge faux pas when she wore black to her cousin's wedding. Because at a wedding, you normally wear like pastel colors, right? So faux pas, let's use this in our speech and whatever opportunity you have to speak up, just use the word and I'll give a report at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Andy. If I make any faux pas in today's meeting, please correct me. Okay, so next we'll move on to Thought of the Day by Ang Aili. Aili?
Yeah. Can I share the screen? Wait. Let's see. Okay. Everyone, can you hear me? Okay. Today, I could like to share my thought of the day. Mistake or faux pas are proof that you are trying, and experience is simply the name we give our mistake or faux pas. So mistakes are good things in life. Why? Because we learn from failures and not from success. And have you heard the quote that we learn from failures and not for success? And I want you to read this quote a few times and think about its meanings for a second. You may heard that taking massive actions in what to get result for people, but you still have trouble doing what must be done to progress towards your goals. And I'm willing to bet that if you have these problems, it's because you are worried about feelings. This, of course, is understandable, especially when it's come to things like entrepreneurs, like what I do today, where I am practicing my architectural service. That's why you can see my virtual background is in architecture background. I love all the architecture background, including the ID as well. So you may be worried about what people think and say about you if you fear what kind of financial situations that could be put into you, and whether or not your self-confidence could take a big hit, etc. But guess what? No one even ever succeeds everything on the first try. Failure is part of our life. So, as well as our success. So there is no success without any failures. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take your actions to achieve what your dream and what you want in your life. Example like Thomas Edison tries 10,000 different ways to make the light bulb and fails every time until he finally got it right. So for most goals, you will reach them faster by not feeling failures and instead welcoming it as a learning experience that gets you closer to your desire and end results. And this quote said, we learn from failures and not from success. There is just a means we need to focus on eliminating failures from our life, which is not impossible, but focus on looking it differently as a learning experience or just another bit of knowledge needed to reach our success. And to get the best results and reach your goals, my best work has come from gaining a little knowledge every day on the subject that I'm looking to succeed in my entrepreneurs, and also taking actions, because we are learning by doing. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ailey. Yes, every day, whatever we do, the small steps is what we are learning and we are growing towards the success. So, with this, today we have interesting speakers who are giving their project speech. So, let's move on to this interesting session where three of our speakers are going to give the speech. Before starting, I would like to make a note to all the speakers. Please use word of the day for pa in your meeting, in your speech. Also, please remember to pin the timer so that you can keep track of the time. So let's move on to the speakers. One, are you ready? Are you all ready? Yay, I see Andy excited. Okay. So let's move on to our first speaker, that is To Huisung, where the evaluator is DTM to be Yvonne P. Yvonne, can you explain the purpose of Huisung's speech?
Thank you, Miss TME. I like how you address me, DTM to be. Sang, today your speech, the purpose of your project is for you to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of your speech is for you to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Huisung is giving a speech which is 5 to 7 minutes. So timer, please note 5 minutes is green indicator and then 6 amber and 7 red. And after 30 minutes, you can show the timeout. So To Huisung, what I get, I give. What I get, I give. To Huisung, over to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends there. It was 2013, October. I still remember that one of my friends, he walked to me and asked me, hey, tonight I have an important speech to make in my club called Toastmaster Club. Can you come along? It's my CC10 Competence Communicator Series. Some of you may not know that. It was like 9 years ago. And for me, having first time hearing Toastmaster, I was curious. And she mentioned, my mentor will be there as well, being my evaluator. So I said, no harm done. I followed her to that club. And that was For the first time in my life, I opened my eyes. Wow, one speaker, one evaluator, 3 co-evaluators, one mentor that was evaluating her. I was amazed. This is a self-supporting club, giving so much of social supporting to each other. And it is a club full of learning. Whatever they get, they give. Whatever they learn, they teach others as well. That's what? The following morning, I got the form from my friend. A week later, I officially became a Toastmaster. And my friend, she became my mentor. From that time onwards, she mentored me, she pushed me, she drives me, project after project. I went on. Not only that, I flew on further, taking roles after roles, within club, outside club. I remember what she told in her CC10. What I get, I give. What I learn, I teach. With this, I never look back. 2 years later, I got my first DTM. District leader, the way I went. I'm playing all other parts that I could and experiencing the joy as a giver. And my friend, due to some personal faux pas, she left Toastmaster. We lost contact ever since then. Not until 3 years back, I was connected back to her. And I found something in her. She was very much disconnected from Toastmaster. She was abandoned by Toastmaster, in short. I made a decision, return mentorship. I decided to return mentorship back to her. I decided to be her mentor. I push her, I drive her like what she drove me 9 years ago. A year later, she became DTM. Not only that, we together conducted youth leadership programs in the school. And this was a result last year. Despite the difficulties of MCO lockdown, we conducted it through virtual online. Look at all these smiley faces, happy students, 15 of them. Whatever we know, whatever we learn, we taught. And I am very sure this young generation, they are going to be Toastmaster to be. And I'm very sure as well, the values that we have imparted on them, they're going to role model to their juniors. And they're going to create more giver. More and more it will go. Would that only be return mentorship? No, my dear friends here. There is another kind of mentor, I call it reverse mentorship. And this is all these beautiful people. 3 of them is with us tonight. And this is all this younger generation in our club here, playing the ESCO role, playing the reverse mentor as well, using their knowledge in technology to help some of the seniors in our club, the so-called technology dinosaur, to help us in going through from paper to digital, CC series to pathways, spending time mentoring, coaching, how to do online, how to click, how to do zooming, how to become zombie. One of the members here, the thorn among the roses, we went by the name. He came to my house one of the evening to personally teach me how to set up all this Zoom, being an SAA, first timer, and we spent a beautiful afternoon together learning from him. And this is the beauty of reverse mentorship. Thank you, Jaslyn, Sweta, Jacinta, spending all your time in helping us. That is why we are all here tonight. The young one, the seniors one. We can be intact together as a family, seeing each other over this small little room. Mentor can be return, reverse. It can be any way. Future mentorship as well. The only difference is, do you have that mentality to be the one that what you get, you give. What we learn, we teach. Let us all grow together by what that we know, but what that we can give. Thank you to all of you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hoisung, for such an inspiring speech. And I did not expect that I will be on your screen. Thank you so much. Yeah, as you said, what I get, I give. What I learn, I teach. That way, even we will enhance our knowledge as well as it will help others. So that's a very good thought which I learned from you today. With this, let's move on to second speaker. Our second speaker is Chung Koi.
Sweta, I can't, can you guys see me? I don't think you guys can see me, right? I on the camera and it's not, I don't think it's on because my company just pushed a patch to my PC and then something wrong with the camera. Can you go to Kamal first? If I cannot make it, then probably I can push it to next week.
Okay, can you try to connect in phone also if possible?
Connect the phone, but
yeah, Chukui, just check your video settings. Did you check that? Make sure it's the proper camera that is selected.
I did. I did go to the settings and yeah, but okay. I tell you, Kamal, can you go first, please?
Yeah, sure.
And then, let me see if I can.
Okay, Kamal, is it okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, okay, Chunkai, when you are trying to connect to the camera, we'll go move on to Kamal.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have our second speaker as Kamal Kumar, and Kamal is doing his IP, that is Innovative Planning Level 5 Project 1, and the evaluator is Joshua Chan. DTM Joshua Chan, please explain the purpose of his speech.
Oh, sorry. My turn, is it? I thought I was evaluated 3.
Yes, since second speaker has issues, we are moving on to the.
Okay, sorry. I
yeah.
just heard my name.
Okay.
For Kamal, the purpose of this project is for the member to apply his leadership and planning to acknowledge, to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of the first speech is for the member to introduce his plan and vision. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Joshua. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes for his speech.
Sweta, I will take over as a timer role now.
Okay, sure, sure. Okay, Kamal, please make sure to pin timer To Huisang. It's not Jesslyn, it's To Huisang. Okay, Kamal Kumar, recruitment drive. Kamal Kumar, over to you.
My fellow Toastmasters, good evening to all of you. It's very nice to see so many new faces and many old faces. I mean, some people are really old. Kekechi is not old. Andy, I believe, is older. So it's good to see many old faces here today also. So for all of us, Toastmasters is very important in our lives. Toastmaster Huisang elaborated in her speech also how it's important to her. For me, what Toastmaster is, it is something that is very synonymous to my career. I want to show you guys 2 things. So this is my corporate card. All right, sorry about that. This is my corporate card, and this is my Toastmasters card. All right, these are my Toastmaster name card. And one thing that you will see in both of this card is my company's name, Celestica. I was a chartered member in my company 4 years ago. And I also was the first person to have a district role within my company's club. In my company, we have 2 clubs, one in Penang and one in Kulim. And I have learned so much and grown so much with Toastmasters, and I wanted to share that with people in my company also. So one of the ways that we want to do this is with a recruitment drive. We have just passed our membership renewal, so this is a very, very good time to do a recruitment drive in our company. So that is something I am planning to do with my club. So in my club, we got 2 clubs. One is in Penang, one is in Kulim. All right, we got these 2 clubs. We want to do a recruitment drive together. The recruitment drive is going to take somewhere we plan for 1 hour, 30 minutes. And the team that I have built up is mostly from the main club, which is the Penang club. So all the 7 excos in this Penang club will be helping me coordinate this recruitment drive, and then we will have participation from the folks in Kulim, and also we will have participation from people all around my company in both sides. A unique challenge that we have, again, so this is, I'm still planning this, I haven't executed it. So a unique challenge we have is whether it is going to be fully online or semi-online, because my factory in Kulim, there are some people who are already working on site. So we are still deliberating on whether we are going to do it fully online or half and half. And all this plan is really important so that we don't faux pas the actual event that will go on. So the team that I have built up, this is the plan that we have. The president and me, we will be overseeing all the plans. When I mean overseeing all the plans, not just sit there and look at the planner, but it's actually, get involved in every aspect of the preparations, and also things will appear from time to time. We need to deal with it, right? So people who have more specific scopes of jobs they need to do, the VPE and the SAA will be in charge of all the approvals. Since it's a corporate company, we need to get approvals. If we're going to book a meeting room, right, we need to get approval for that. And also, if you're going to coordinate a meeting that has more than 50 or 100 people, we need to make sure, like in Zoom, you have accounts, right, for 50 and 100. We have our own thing in our company. So we need to coordinate with the IT team to make sure all these people can come in. Of course, we have an RSVP that went out, and we have to see how many people will actually attend the meeting at the end of the day. Next up is the VPM and the VPPR. They will be working on publicizing and also getting members to join in the event. So we will have posters. We also have our own internal site to communicate, like our own Facebook. So we will be pushing all that there. And also we will be sending out emails. And also we will be personally reaching out to some folks over chat. So that is our publicity plan on how we're going to approach all these people. And hopefully all of that can come during lunchtime. That's what we plan. And finally, the treasurer. So since it's a corporate event, company usually pays for everything, so we don't really care. But if you are going to have a physical event, one of the best things about Toastmasters, and I think one of the best things why a lot of people join, is the food. Yes, all Toastmasters Club has food. Unfortunately, we are in virtual meeting, can't eat food, just eat at home. But if you are going to have a physical event, if you do decide, we will of course cater with some food like koi moi, right? And now got a lot of Bazaar Ramadan going on. So the treasurer will be in charge if those type of expenses come up. Now let's go towards the agenda, what we have planned. Our corporate GM, Mr. Adib, he's a huge advocate for Toastmasters. So my company has embraced Toastmasters many, many years ago. We have our first Toastmasters in Toronto, our headquarters, I believe 15 years ago or something like that. So he was from there. He was from Toronto, and he is now managing the Malaysian side. He's a strong advocate for Toastmasters. So in our agenda, the first up is going to let him do a speech about what his experience is with Toastmasters. He is not a Toastmaster member by any means, but he fully embraces the concept. He understands the importance of Toastmaster for people development, problem solving, building up confidence, all of these things that we constantly hear about from Toastmasters, right? So having a huge figure like that coming in and supporting us, that will be a great start. After that, we are going to move on to a normal Toastmasters meeting, like we always do, like we are doing right now. So the meeting will consist of one speech and a table topic session. So of course, like any meeting, new meetings, the role players will be a bit more experienced. They will explain their roles. All of this can be found in the Toastmaster website. All the roles got scripts that you can read out. So we're just going to keep it as, as standardized as we possibly can. Just read off the scripts. We have one speech prepared, one table topic session. One of the biggest problem with table topics, I believe everybody here has faced it before, is participation. Nobody wants to participate in table topics. A lot of the clubs that I've been to. So especially new people who has never been in Toastmasters, they don't have the confidence. So how do you do that? You play games. So we've got two types of games. If it's physical, what we'll do is we'll have a game like pass the box. So there'll be a song, we pass the box, and wherever the song stops, that person need to prepare the table topic. And also for online, we are still considering what's the best approach to do selection online. But what we came up with is like origami. So one person will do a small origami like a paper crane. Whoever does the worst of the origami will be the one to speak. We're still deliberating if this is the best move to go by or not. And finally, the most important thing in Toastmasters, evaluation. Evaluation is a critical part of Toastmasters. So there'll be a session for evaluation. Hopefully, all of this can be done in 1 hour 30 minutes. Hopefully. Finally, if we got time, we'll play a Kahoot game with some questions if they got any questions, and this will also be the Q&A session. So yeah, wish me good luck, guys. I'm going to try doing this with the team. Hopefully it goes well and we get a lot of new faces in our Toastmaster community. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Wow, good luck to you, Kamal Kumar. So you have to tell us like how it goes. Okay. So Chunkui, we can see you. And can you speak something?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you also.
Good. All right. I can do my speech. Okay.
Okay. So now let's move on to the last speech of today. That is from Chunkui. For Chunkui, the evaluator is Alicia The, DTM Alicia The. Could you please explain the purpose of the project which Chunkui is presenting today?
Okay, thank you. Zhonghui, your purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Over to you.
Okay, so Chunkui, you are doing Engaging Humor Level 1 Project 2. Chunkui, Oil Fried Ghost. Oil Fried Ghost, Chunkui. Over to you.
My fellow Toastmasters, this is April. And you know for the Chinese, what does it mean? It is Qingbing. Sweta, Qingbing means All Souls Day, where we go and clean our ancestors' tombs. And then that's the time that this is one scary time that most of the Chinese family will say, hey, Chunkui, don't go for a swim. You will be drowned. Hey, Chunkui, don't go to hiking. You'll be lost. That's the thing about Qingbing. But even worse is the 7th month. But I'm not going to talk about ghosts of the 7th month. I'm going to talk about Qingbing. Can you imagine? You're alone in the house and there's no wind. But dog, bam! What is going on? And then you smell something. And then you felt that somebody is breathing behind you while you're presenting your Toastmasters. I just wonder, but that's Qingbing. But ladies and gentlemen, that is a ghost that I'm going to talk about. But it's not really a ghost. But the ghost I'm talking about is this ghost. This called Yao Zha Guai, means all fried ghost. This is a ghost that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about this for the next 5 minutes. And why I want to talk about this Yao Zha Guai in this Qingbing, because it sounds like it, of course, obviously, but this is my favorite pastry. You know, the French has croissant. Well, I think I love croissant too. But the American has donut. Come on, donut, so sweet. But the Chinese, we Chinese have yao cha guai. And to me, I'll explain to you why it is the best. And for this speech, I'm going to talk about what is the best yao cha guai. You're going to know what's the best yao cha guai. You're going to know where do you get good yao cha guai in Penang. I'm sorry to the KL folks. And I'm going to tell you the history behind this yao cha guai. Don't you find it interesting, my fellow Toastmasters? Okay, let's talk about how do you eat yao cha guai. Yes, I see Samuel said KL yao cha guai is the best. I have no doubt about that. True, I stayed in KL for a few years and that's the best yao cha guai. But let's talk about yao cha guai in Penang. Okay, all right. Yes, so yao cha guai, this is the length, correct length of a yao cha guai. It has to be around 7 inch. So, ladies and gentlemen, size matter. Not only on that thing, but yao cha guai size do matter. Why? Why yao cha guai size matter? Because if it is too big, you'll be bloated. You're overeating it. And then you count, oh no, my calories is excessive. It has gone over my quota or my calories today. So it cannot be too big and too long. What about if it's too small? Come on, if it's too small, you don't have enough. You're gonna top up at the coffee shop. Hey, can I have a kaya toast? Then you're overeating again. So a yao cha guai should be the right size. And how does a good yao cha guai look like? A good yao cha guai is like this, brownish, golden brownish. And when you smell it, you can smell the pastry. You can smell the fresh oil that fry, not rancid oil, please, but the fresh oil. And you can see that it has to be hard at the outside. And it has to be like an exoskeleton of your future robot that is going to be provided the protection for the heart. And it cannot be too hard. There's one shop in Penang, it's too hard that, it's so rough that it's going to poke your palates. It's no good. It should be hard enough that it's going to be crispy inside your mouth. And the inside has to be soft. So that is a good yao cha guai. And what about the taste? I talked to you about the look, the smell, the taste. It has to be, of course, it's a flour, right? It's made from a flour. It has to be sweet. But it has a certain level of savory. It must be salty enough. That's the best yao cha guai, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you can get it in Penang and KL and try it. I hope that. But do you know what's the best way to eat yao cha guai? The low class people will eat this way. But the high class people will eat it this way. Yeah, that's a high class. But for me, the best way, because I have no class at all. I have no class. I don't care about class. It's my way. Dark coffee, dunking it. Oh, sorry. Before that, I have to separate it first. I won't be too greedy. Dunk it in the coffee. It's the best. Yeah, sweet coffee, that's the best way. But saying that, in this world, you can dunk a lot of food. You can dunk donut. The Americans like to dunk donut in coffee. Yeah. My son dunked Oreo in his milk. Yeah, but I think those are not versatile. The reason why I want to talk about yao cha guai is because this thing is very versatile because you can dunk it in coffee. That's my favorite. My next favorite is dunk it in porridge. A very watery, light porridge, savory. That's another way. Coffee is a bit sweet, savory. The other one is you can dunk it in soy milk, very popular. You can dunk it in red bean milk. My wife's favorite, which is dunking in bak kut teh. Come on, yeah. So who wouldn't like it, right? I see Sweta is laughing. Yeah, no, everybody likes, most people take pork will like bak kut teh. And dunk it in bak kut teh is definitely very good. Okay, yeah. Now, the other thing is that history of Yao Cha Kwai. Why is this history? Why is this Yao Cha Kwai exist? Other than it's a made of flour. There's a history. Sorry. My phone dropped. Can you guys? Sorry, it just dropped. Normally I use a PC, but this time I. Okay, sorry guys. I will not move too much. I will not bang the table. Okay, all right. Now, the history is because it's just like your mooncake. You have a Mongolian rebellion, and you have this our Chinese dumpling because of somebody was drowned in the sea, and then you throw food. But this Yao Cha Kwai has a story because many moons ago, there's this general called Yu Fei in the Song Dynasty, which is about 12,000. Yeah, so, and he was so good that he won a lot of battles. And of course, like in any cabinet, you have Zahid, you have Khairi, you have Hishamuddin, they fight with each other. So with each other, what happens is that there's this minister called Qin Hui. He was very jealous. He had a green eye monster, and without any forepaw, he worked out with his wife. He said, "Hey, Lo Po Chai means wifey darling. I want to work with you so that we can backstab this Yu Fei." And then the wife said, "Yes, Lo Po Chai means hubby darling. Yes, I will help you. It seems that the Yu Fei is rising like a fireworks in Chinese New Year. So I think it's too much. So I will help you to step. I'll spread all the bad news about him having affairs with all the ladies in the Song Dynasty." And then I was like, yes. Then I will tell all the ministers that he and his private assistant having some affair too. So it sounds like Anwar, right, guys? Okay, never mind. That's it. But that's the point. So they managed to make him as a traitor, and the king, like our Malacca Hang Tuah, no, you actually a traitor, and I will execute your head. Yeah. But he was not as lucky as our Hang Tuah, which is being protected by the prime minister. But this guy nearly being chopped off. His head rolled on the floor. But you know what? The citizens of China, they are very aware of this, and they hated this Qin Hui and the wife. And because of that, they actually made this Yao Cha Kwai. And this Yao Cha Kwai represent Qin Hui and the wife. And from that day, people are frying this couple because they are the bad people, they are the mean. I love the ending of this story because you have the consequence of being hated at the end of the day. So that's about my story of Yao Cha Kwai. So I hope that you enjoy my Yao Cha Kwai story, and you have known that there's many ways to eat it and so delicious. You know what is so delicious about this Yao Cha Kwai, and you know the background of this Yao Cha Kwai. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best threesome in my life. No other better threesome. Yeah. And boys and girls, please don't Google threesome. You get in trouble. But that's what I say. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your Yao Cha Kwai after this and go and grab one Yao Cha Kwai in a minute. Thank you very much. Sorry.
Thank you, Chung Kui. I wish Zoom had feature to share the smell also. You were so passionate smelling it. I was also being jealous. Initially, I thought you're telling about a ghost and I am staying alone in my house. I was looking behind, but then, okay, it turned out to be a savory speech. Okay, so with all the food in our thoughts, let's take a small biological break before going to next step in our meeting. If you don't want to go for a break, then you can stay here and chit chat with us.
I don't know why my phone's all messed up on the Yao Cha Kwai.
I think you fed your phone also.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Let me
How
stop.
much time? Break time, how much time?
5 minutes. We have to be back by 9 p.m. 2 minutes.
9:02.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Okay. Can we take a group photo once everyone is back? I think now. Yes. Hi, Jean.
Hey, hello. How's everyone?
Hello.
Well
We are
done.
good.
Such a funny story. Really make me laugh non-stop.
Yeah, yeah.
Really a joker. And furthermore, he adds some color with his camera, his handphone, whatever. Also fall down, even more interesting. Have you taken your dinner?
Oh, yeah.
That is black. That is not.
Hi
Chung
everyone.
Kui, very well done.
Thank you, man.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, sorry, I got in late.
No problem.
Just,
Welcome
yeah.
to the club.
But I did get a really good glimpse of what the story was about. Very humorous indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're all from Butterworth?
Yes, I am from Butterworth Toastmaster Club.
I see.
Yeah. You are from Taiping, is it?
Taiping, yes, Taiping.
Taiping. I
Have you
can
been here?
see. No, I haven't been, but I can see
Yeah,
behind you.
Oh, remember you give a speech, what? The examiner one.
Oh, you yeah.
Very funny.
Oh, I see. Oh, it was the
Favorite
same. It's
topic.
the same. Is it the same?
I'm also Toastmaster. I'm also Butterworth.
Same group?
You
Last time?
attended?
Oh,
No, you
yeah.
attended You attended our Butterworth. Then you give a table topic, right? Talk about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was quite some time.
Correct.
Yeah.
About examiner
Yeah, right.
and those like you do the English oral test. Then the
Yeah.
answer is so funny.
Wow, your memory is so good.
No,
And then
because
also
you are impactful, Lawrence.
Pardon?
You are
I-
impactful. That's why it can
Uh-huh.
be
Impactful,
remembered.
yeah, correct.
Yes.
Impactful.
Yeah, and for those
Oh,
who
thank
doesn't
you. Wow,
know, Lawrence is a
KK.
very senior
Yeah.
member.
Oh,
Lawrence is
not
a
really.
very senior member. When did
Not
you join,
really.
Lawrence? I can't
I
remember.
think 2006, is it? I think so.
See?
I also forgot.
14 years. He's
Yeah.
already a Toastmaster for 14 years.
Yeah, but
Anyone here who is above 14 years, raise their hand.
oh, yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
I'm also 2006.
Only 3 persons you can see.
I also 2006. On and off.
Oh,
Not
wow.
counted.
Yeah, myself
You have a break, not counted, Jinai.
Yeah.
You have a break.
Yeah.
We are saying 14 years consecutively.
No
Mine, yeah, I had a break also recent years.
Yeah, but not
Went
as
into
long as
Ryan.
Jinai. But
Oh, I see.
we are lucky that Jinai came back.
Oh.
Yes.
I see.
Way too long.
Just like we have another member here who also came back, KL Koo. I can't see him now. He must have gone off. Oh, he's iPhone. There he is. KL Koo. Yeah, he also used to be our old member.
Eating Yao Sha Kwai also.
Yeah.
We have a table topics master who is doing table topics after a long time, as I remember. So let's welcome DTM KK Chi for table topic session. KK Chi, over to you. KK Chi, you are on mute. Kekechi, you are on mute. You need to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you now.
Can see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So now, my friends, we are in table topics. What is table topics? Let's see. Hey, which one are you seeing? Do you see the one with the, let me see, I have duplicate otherwise.
You click the display setting and then you reverse the thing.
Display setting, that's right. Duplicate. All right. Okay. So table topics is very simple. You speak for 2 minutes on the given topic by table topics master, who is like an MC of the session, and that's me today, guided by a timer, To Hui Sang. She has the word timer behind her. She will change the color to green after 1 minute, amber after 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. Then you start to wind up quickly. Or else I will start to clap to lead the rest to clap and you will be clapped down. Now, what are the benefits of table topics? Number one, it helps us to think faster. Do you think it's a good thing to learn how to think faster? Those who agree, give a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah, to think faster. Number two, it helps us to organize our thoughts quickly. Is that a good thing? Another thumbs up because it's a good thing. Finally, it teaches us and we are able to practice saying something that is relevant and meaningful. Off the cuff, meaning what? Without preparation. That's why we call it impromptu speaking. So let's all have fun in practicing impromptu speaking for the next 12 to 15 minutes. Who wish to volunteer? I have for you here 6 topics to choose from, and all of them have to do with the word mistake, which is our theme for today. What happened to my number one? Okay, let me go back first. My one has disappeared. Something is not right. It's okay. Let's move on. Just choose from the other 5. Anyone? Look at the one that you like. Which of the quotations on the board that you like? Anyone?
Joshua?
Just unmute yourself.
Joshua?
Who's that? Who's that? Somebody is prompting. I can't see you because I'm on a shared screen.
Joshua Chan.
Joshua. Joshua?
Yes.
All right. Which one
Yes.
would you like? Which quotation do you like?
Number 1. Number 2, sorry, number 2. Number 1 cannot be seen.
You are good. Number 1 is invisible ink. Joshua, huh? Okay, the one you chose is the only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Let's see. Number 2, what is your topic? This is what it is. From Henry Ford, the only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Over to you, Joshua.
Thank you, table topic master. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Now, that proves a point. In other words, if we learn nothing from our mistakes, in other words, when they say 1 + 1 = 2, and we keep on writing 3, and each time we expect 1 + 1 = 3 to be right, it will never happen because 1 + 1 = 2. Until someone comes and share with you why 1 + 1 = 2, we will always think that 1 + 1 equals to 3. So in life, when we make a mistake, we are hopeful that someone will come alongside us to share with us about our mistakes and to correct it. And if we do not get enlightened and correct our mistakes, we will continue to do the same thing, give the same answer, expecting something different. Therefore, that is why we have friends, friends who help friends. And that is why we have people who are always surrounding ourselves with, look out for us and to share with us the mistakes that we make. And sometimes when the mistakes is so glaring, we cannot see it until someone comes and alongside us to tell us about it. So therefore, make mistakes, makes lots of it. But most important, learn from it and improve on it. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Joshua. Thank you for your thoughts. All right. So,
KK, I'll
yes.
take.
Sorry, go ahead. Chun Kui, yeah.
I'll take 3.
3. Mistakes are the portals of discovery. Let us see. 3. Here we are. What is 3? Albert Einstein. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Over to you, Chung Kui.
Mistakes are the portal of no, the one I want to the mistakes are the portal of discovery. That's us. It's number 3, right?
That is the pointer that brings you here.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever done research? And do you know everything about research is all about learning. And how do you get the learning? Well, ladies and gentlemen, but let me tell you, the way that you learn is by making mistakes. In my whole 30 years of career in R&D, I've been doing mistakes all over and over again. But saying that, those are not really bad human mistakes, but those are all research mistakes. Sometimes I wonder whether I am a mistake myself, but that's another story. The key is that we all make mistakes, and you should make mistake if you do research. The reason because with mistake, you'll be able to come back up again. And from coming back up, you'll be stronger if you learn from your mistake. One example, a good example will be 3M with a Post-it. Do you know how Post-it was invented? Post-it was invented by a very famous company who, at first, they wanted to have a very strong glue, but the chemist failed. The chemist tried all the formulation, and he tried to get the best glue, the best Yoo-hoo that you can ever get, and he smeared on the paper, stick on it, oops, still came off, oops, stick on it, still came off. You know what happened? One day, the Emmy came, hey, my dear, what lunch do you want to have? And she wrote it, and she posted it on her, this kind of a cardboard, and she walked away. And that's how they realized, oh my God, that is a very can be commercialized item. That's how they invented Post-it. And that was by a mistake of a chemist. The chemist did a mistake by not able to invent the best glue. Back to you, KK.
Thank you, Chung Kui. Thank you. All right. Who is next? These are the pointers. These are not what you're going to talk about. Anyone else? Why are you all afraid of making mistakes?
And me, Alicia.
Alicia, which number would you prefer?
Alicia.
Yes, Alicia.
Okay. Since it doesn't matter, I'll choose 4.
Number 4, mistakes are proof that you are trying. Thank you. That's what you're doing, Alicia. Let's see. Number 4. Here you go. It's not how we make mistakes, but how we correct them that defines us. Do you agree or disagree?
Yes, I would say I agree with this one. It is not how we make mistakes, but how we correct them that define us. Mistake is something cause us to do reflection, something that wake us up, that we need to look at it from a different angle. Of course, how we make mistake is the way we trace the root cause. Without tracing the root cause, we won't know how this mistake were or was made. How do we correct it is a reflection. It's either we use our logical mind or we search through our feeling. Because we are human beings, we have 2 parts of us, not only the mind side, also the heart side. A lot of mistakes made because the mind and the heart did not agree, or what we express doesn't represent what is inside us. Yes, certainly the mistake define who we are. It's a good time to take a look at it, whether we express ourselves correctly or we really didn't understand ourselves. A lot of time we think we understand ourselves until it shows up as a mirror. That is time, that's what is in that manner, a mistake is a good thing to us, and it's for us to fine-tune ourselves. If we think it doesn't define us, it's a time to fine-tune ourselves. Certainly, I totally agree with this statement. Back to you, KKT.
Oh, thank you, Alicia. Let's get back to the numbers. Number 1 has now come out. So we are left with 1, 4, and 6. Who's the next taker?
KK, sorry to interrupt. I think this.
The time's up?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for all your participation. We have very good speakers tonight. And remember, do not make a faux pas in trying to not make a mistake. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, KKT. And you have prepared such a wonderful topics, all related to the theme. They were so meaningful, and yeah, we had a good table topic session. And sorry for stopping you since we are running out of time.
No problem. We keep the time.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for all the speakers of table topic session. Now, it's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistake. So in Toastmasters, we will learn from our mistake as well as we have a chance to learn from others' mistakes. Now we are moving on to this interesting part where we are going to hear the evaluations. So to take over this evaluation session, I would like to invite our GE DTM Samuel Sam.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. In fact, I didn't like the last speech because he has a full power and showing his Yao Jia Gui hanging around everybody, and then he didn't give us a piece of it. And I think the evaluator take note of it and maybe mark him really down for
Yes,
doing that
everyone
to us.
offended.
Yes. Thank you. And let's continue the fun. You know, the first part is really fun. The second part is even more fun. And now it's my time to keep it up and making sure it's still fun. So if you guys don't have a good meeting, blame it on me because I just like maybe didn't do it very well. And it's a faux pas that sometimes this is a club that has been around for many years. I must say it's been around before I was born in the Toastmaster. I've not been around for that long. So I have to be careful what the faux pas is here. There are certain DNA here which is a part of it, and it is the way it is. For example, like we used to have the GE giving a note to the evaluator. This is not part of it. Maybe this is the way you guys do it. Anyway, the evaluation is again the first part we do is that we say nice things about it. So then we come to the point where we tell you your mistake. And we tell you your mistake in a very nice way. So that's evaluation. Yeah. I'm here to make all the mistake. In fact, I was catching up with all the mistake. Those who are making the most mistake, I think the grammarian should actually give them a note on that one and say, good job. This is really Toastmaster. Okay. Without further ado, we are taking more time. Let us start off with, shall I start with a table topic evaluator first? Get him out of the way because he has got more to say. The table topic evaluator, are you ready? Because I know you are probably not expecting to be getting up there first.
Yes, Samuel.
Yeah, Jacinta, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
Yes?
ready.
Yeah, Cynthia, all right. Over to you.
Thank you to our GE, Samuel. Wow, we have a very great and interesting questions from KKG, right? And also give a round of applause to all of our speakers who don't care about the faux pas to give a great speech for all the questions. Okay, so for our first speaker, Joshua. Okay, so for these three speakers, I will give one good points that you are doing great on your presentation, and also one suggestion for your improvements for the speech. So for our first speaker, Joshua, and you have a good vocal variety with a very smooth pace. And I would suggest that you can reduce your hand gestures when you give your speech. That will bring your speech to perfect. So our second speakers, Chun Kui. Where are you, Chun Kui? Yeah, I can smell your chua kui. So you have a very good vocal varieties as well with a rich in expressions and are very focused on what you are talking. Just that you maybe can improve on the pace, maybe can improve on reduce the short pauses. Yeah, because I can hear a lot of short pauses. So if you combine all of the pauses, you will get a smooth speech. So move on to our next speaker, Alicia Tay. Yeah, nice to meet you. And you have a very great message for the speech. And I love your vocal variety as well. And you may improve on your eye contact and look at the cameras, and we will see you straight away. So hope you guys will volunteer for the table topic questions, and I hope to see you guys again. And get back to you, our GE, Samuel.
Thank you, Jacinta. Thank you so much for that quick and precise evaluation. The Toastmaster of the evening, KKG, deliberately lose the first part of it, and he made a mistake. It was really not a mistake. He just probably hide it and create a mistake there. And there's a lot of mistake down there, which is doing a great job. And the point is that I like the table topic. In fact, I was told once that Sam, you got no speech to do, jump on the first table topic. this is your only chance you get to speak at the Toastmaster, because it's an inherent right of every Toastmaster to say something, and you don't get to say something for that day, you probably were going to cry until the next Toastmaster meeting. So why don't you guys jump and say, hey, I'll be next there to take it? Yeah, and this is the place in a Toastmaster where you make all the mistake, and everything you make a mistake down there, and do all the mistake down there, and still people evaluate you greatly because you're not supposed to prepare. And if you want to make a mistake, that is the place to make mistake. So I thought when this team was up there will be 25 people wanting to do table talking. But guys, those who actually took the opportunity, great job. But next time, don't wait. I was about to go in already because I'm going to speak a lot. So let somebody else take a chance. And let us go to the first speaker. The evaluator for the first speaker, DTM Yvonne P, to evaluate DTM Tong Hui San. She's a DTM. Please take note. Thank you. And over to you.
Thank you, Mr. G. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, especially to DTM To Hui Sang, my friend. There is a saying, it says, the more you give, the richer you become. Today, I'm going to give you my evaluation using the word richer, R-I-C-H-E-R. First of all, I would like to share what I love about your speech. Before I see your speech, listen to your speech today, I know you through a panel discussion, and I already know that you have this passion of conducting YLPs and contributing your time and effort to develop people around you. And today, it is an honor for me to understand how it all started. And with that story that you told, you have gained my respect, which is the first word, R. It was very inspiring, which is the second I, and also impactful on the stories that you share. And I love how creatively you use the word return mentorship, reverse mentorship. It enhanced the meaning of mentorship, which definitely explained the purpose of mentorship in Toastmasters. So well done on that. And also, you have shown us your commitment without stopping to contribute, even though your mentor has left Toastmasters for a while. And when they came back, and when she came back, and you continue your commitment to contribute more to the people around you, especially the younger generation. And also, I like about how you honor the people by sharing their pictures on your screen to tell us who they are, who they have become because of the seed you planted long time ago. So that is the things I like about your speech. It was so rich, R-I-C-H, respectful, impactful, committed, and also honorable. Now, if I would like to suggest for you to enhance your speech to a greater level, to be even more impactful, is that first, you may engage with the audience. Now, in the beginning of your speech, you were at the side of the screen. I actually thought it was a faux pas. And then I realized you brilliantly used the technology to show us stuff next to you. It will be even better if you can engage with the audience, invite the audience to give a real-time acknowledgement to the people that are in this meeting tonight. That will even be more impactful and memorable. And the second thing I would like to suggest to you is to do a simple recap before you end your speech and call for action. Because your speech purpose is to tell us how mentorship is envisioned in Toastmasters. So it will be even better if you can recap your story from the beginning to the end in a very short note and then call for action. That will even give people a long-lasting impression of what you just shared with us. So all in all, I love your speech, and it's really an honor and privilege for you to invite me to be here to evaluate a DTM speech. And I really hope that I can listen to more of your speeches in the future, because after listening to your speeches, it ensured my commitment to be a Toastmaster and to continue in this pathway of leadership. Thank you so much, Hui Sang. Back to you, Samuel.
Thank you, Yvonne. a DTM to a DTM, very nice to each other. And I really like the evaluation because it's very detailed, very encouraging, and there was suggestion to improve.
Ready với
I like the way she does it in the sense that it's a sandwich method, but a lot of evaluation that I don't don't mind me giving my part of the input is that many of the time we evaluate just like the just like the evaluation contest we do, we just evaluate the speech. But for evaluation of a speech which is a prepared speech, it would be good to lead to the objective, whether this person has actually met it. I know Hui-san has actually met the objective. It's good to so that we all kind of like understand that the objective of the speech is to meet the objective, and it may be a great speech, but that is what it's supposed to do for a prepared speech. Great job. Thank you, Yvonne. Good. I've learned a lot from that. And next person to evaluate, I will follow the sequence of the speech. It'll be Kumar. I think Kumar, is it? I mean, I'll look for the name here. Yeah, Kumar, he has done the speech with a HPL. And the person who evaluates him is Joshua Chan, DTM Joshua Chan. Over to you, DTM Joshua Chan.
Thank you, General Evaluator Samuel Sham. First of all, Kamal, let me share with you what I believe was a strong point of your HPL speech, your first speech. You started out with a high energy and very enthusiastic, and it's all about Toastmasters. Well, immediately I was drawn to you. I said, wow, okay, man, let's go for it. You brought similarity to all of your listeners in this particular project. Second, you shared about the best practices in Toastmasters and also how can people develop skills and improve on their and leadership skills for the two clubs in your northern part. About your team and how they are responsible for planning, publicizing, reservation of venue, and to provide food to encourage people to join your meeting. Well done. You have stated all the benefits and about recruitment drive. Now, let me share with you what I felt was missing from your speech. Number one, I was trying to listen out for your vision. What was your vision? Yes, it's recruitment drive, but I was thinking, how many people are you targeting? Or by when? 6 months, 8 months? And what sort of investment cost entails this whole recruitment drive? Right? So that would be your vision. So that we all know that, wow, this guy is wonderful. He wants to recruit 30 people for each of the clubs, right? With a minimum cost of perhaps 500 ringgit per year. Wow. Right? So you may want to share your vision on that. Secondly, I was hoping to hear that since it's a recruitment drive, you would also mention some prominent names that will help you in your recruitment drive meeting. For example, we have with us today Yvonne P, KK Chi, all the distinguished Toastmasters. Get the experience and well-known Toastmasters so that people can see the benefit of joining Toastmasters for their career advancement and also for their personal development, right? And lastly, since this is a HPL project, it is to demonstrate your skills as a leader. And I would love to hear how you lead your team to fulfill your vision, your goals. And with that, mention how you are able to persuade and convince them to buy into your leadership. Overall, I believe you have met your objectives for this speech, and I'm looking forward to hear what happened next in your high performance leadership project. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Joshua. You know, when Joshua comes on and speak, if I were the one who's been evaluated, I felt like it's like some elderly or some very senior Toastmaster talking to me, and he just doesn't tell you like I tell you, and you get hurt. You know, he tells you in a very smooth way and in a very advisory way, and he goes through, and as he tells you, it is very layered and at the same time very advisory. And he did not mention about the objective, but as it goes around throughout the whole thing, as it ends, he was actually encompassing towards more of the objective. I'm sure he has done his HPL, Joshua, because he's a DTM. At that time at one time it was a requirement. So he kind of like probably really understand that the objective of the speech, and is about leadership. It's not about successful or how successful is that project is, but it's how you lead. And he wrapped it around, and it was really good advice. And thank you, and hope that Kumar, you would have picked up something from there. Great job, thank you. And next one, the last but not the least person is Alicia, DTM Alicia, that will evaluate our Yao Jia Gui King, Chun Kui. Alicia, over to you.
Thank you. Hi, Chun Kui. Your speech is the first speech of the path. Yeah, in this speech, the objective is to see how you do in terms of your speech structure and organization. Second, because this is humor, engaging humor, I would add, I had to also look at the humorous aspect. Now, talk about your speech structure. You had an opening, interesting opening. I like it. You use a chain ming or those things. In fact, when I read your topic, I knew that because I'm a Chinese. Then you give a story of Yao Jia Guai, how to do it, what is the best, all these things. It was very interesting, humorous. I laughed all the way, almost could not write anything. The downside is too much. I know I love it. I don't want you to stop, but unfortunately, this is we need to keep to the structure. You have too much point that we enjoy too much, and then leaving no time for you to do the closing. You give a last story on the history of the Yao Jia Guai, but I don't think that was a closing, and there's also no message. Although this is humorous, I think you still need to have a good message. Maybe next time you want to complete your speech with a good message. That will be a tip for you today. In terms of the humorous side, I think everyone agrees with me. It was very humorous. The strength of you is you were so descriptive, and all these words and sentences you use you have a lot of hidden meaning. It's very interesting. I almost cannot speak. It was a speechless. I cannot laugh more than what it should. But of course, I also like the way that you use this exaggerating. You use dumb. The word dumb actually is deep. It's use the word deep, but you use a dumb in. I was called exaggerating. It's very humorous. You actually eat it in front of us. Oh my God. Okay, I would say that is a plus point because of the purpose of this speech is so humorous. In conclusion, I would suggest 2 points for your improvement. First, work on your message. Second, practice more, because the fact that you did not keep your speech within time, that is just simply a sign that you did not practice your speech. Okay, so if you did, you should have kept your speech within the time. Overall, I really thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you for the speech. Over to you, GE.
Thank you, DTM Alicia. Very well spoken, very kind words, and you also do the same thing like what Joshua did, was that you more of a conversational, and you go through the speech and what was good, and it was not structurally like what was good and then what was improved, and but it is a conversational thing, and it is very easy to actually absorb it. But at the end of the day, you just say 2 points, that really concluded that was exactly what you're going to say. But earlier you were just cracking up because it was just so amazingly funny. I was also feeling it was so funny, and the lights were red for so long, and we just say, oh, just shut it down, don't care about the red light, let him go, let him do another 2 hours of humorous speech. Yeah. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys agree with me that it was kind of funny and and well, it's okay. He made all the mistake down there, even if the objective was not totally met, but we had a lot of fun. And Alicia has pointed out those things where you can actually correct it, and good job, Alicia. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now to the what do I do is that to the reports. The reports. Why you put a timer first? I'm not used to that. Am I breaking any faux pas if I would do it the other way around? If I do the grammarian first, and then the timer, and then the R counter.
No problem. You can go ahead, Samuel. But before that, can we have the votings?
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Vote for the best table topic.
Speaker, project speech, table topics, and evaluator.
Okay.
Huiseng, you can go ahead and share the polls.
Or above 18 can vote. Is the table topic also coming up?
Yes, I've closed the polling for guest speaker. Now I shall be launching for table topic. Okay. I will be closing the poll as well. Yep. And I will be launching the last one, the evaluator. We still have 2 more persons that has not.
Yeah, actually voting is the inherent right of a Toastmaster, so you have to vote.
Thank you, Sam, for this. So this is mandatory. Yes, all right. Thank you. I've gotten everyone, and I shall be ending this and back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now I shall call upon the grammarian to give his report. Andy Lim, he's so bubbly, man. It's just I just look at him, I'm just entertained. Andy, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Samuel. So I'm looking at my report, and it looks like the word of the day was very well used this evening, and I'm very happy grammarian tonight. Even our Toastmaster of the evening, Shweta, made the first attempt at setting the pace by saying that if I make any faux pas during the meeting today, please correct me. So that's a correct usage. So well done, Shweta, for doing that. Eileen also managed to insert faux pas into her thought of the day by saying mistake or faux pas. Twice she mentioned that. So even in the thought of the day also we heard the word of the day. The thing that Eileen, you can improve a little bit. I noticed that you mentioned that you may heard that. Rather you say you may have heard that something, and you I don't know whether it's the internet connection. You say understable, should be understandable. Then we go to Hui Sang. Hui Sang, I like the phrases that you use. Whatever they get, they give. Whatever they learn, they teach. And then you turn it around and say, what I get, I give. What I learn, I teach. The funny thing is, although you say it like that, but in your screen, in your presentation, it was what I get, I give. What learn, I teach. You managed to miss out one I in your presentation, so you might want to check on that the next time you do any presentation to make sure all your phrases are correct. And I like the phrase, the terms you use: return mentorship and reverse mentorship. So that's those are interesting terms that you managed to catch my ear. Kumar, you mentioned company in both sides, talking about the Penang and the Bulim sides. Normally we say company at both sides. Both sides. You also attempted to use the word of the day, but you said we don't fall part in the event. So that is kind of like making it into a verb. It is not used as a verb, it's a noun. So it should be we don't commit a faux pas in the event. Okay. Jung Kui, I like your speech is very interesting. The oil fried ghost, although you did not have to explain it, but I think it's good if you can explain it because it's in a term, it's in a language that is not English. Why it became oil fried ghost, Yao Cha Guai. You mentioned quite naughtily around 7-inch about the length. It should be 7 inches. It's not a foot long, it's 7 inches. So there should be a ES at the end of inch. Then I like the terms green-eyed monster for jealousy. And also another cheeky point you made sounds like Anwar. So for those of us in Malaysia, we will understand. So thankfully, I think we're all Malaysians here today. Then moving on to the table topics, most of the speakers spoke very well. I didn't manage to catch much error. I didn't catch anything at all during the table topics. So that might be a failure in my part, a faux pas. But I admit it was quite interesting to listen, and I did not really catch any. The table topic master managed to put in the word of the day also. He said, do not make a faux pas in not trying to make a mistake. So very good way of inserting the word of the day. Even our general evaluator Sam also mentioning he has a faux pas in showing his Yao Cha Guai to everybody, talking about Zhu Gui. He has a faux pas. Okay, so that's the correct usage. And you also, actually you used it quite a few times. It's a faux pas sometimes in this club. Then what the faux pas is here. So that is kind of really utilizing the word of the day for using it. So very good, I like that. Jacinda also managed to say speakers don't care about the faux pas. Table topic evaluator, nicely done. Evaluator Yvonne also, I thought it was a faux pas talking about the side position. So I'm very happy to report that the word of the day has been well utilized. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator Samuel.
Thank you, Andy. It was definitely not a faux pas. One more mark for me. You know, when I first looked at that word of the day, I look at it, well, it sounds French, and I was not even bothered to go to pronounce it. And I decide from the very onset, I'm not going to do the word of the day because I'm going to mess up and look funny and sound funny. But Andy did a great job by doing association. You know, par 4, which is on the golf, and 4 par, it was so easy to remember. And because it stick in my mind, I can like overuse it for the whole day. And that is great. And I pick up the word and I kind of like now I can go around and look intelligent using the word. Hey, don't fall par all the time here. Say, what is that? It's not French, it's English. Go find out yourself. Thank you, Andy. Great job. Now I feel educated and learned because of you. Thank you. And let me go to the next one, which is the R counter, Jocelyn, which is our president. Over to you.
Samuel, our counter is me.
Oh, our counter is you.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, timer. Okay, sorry.
Timer,
You
yeah.
know, my eyes is looking at something else. Go ahead. Okay.
So timer or our counter?
Yeah, our counter.
Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay, so this is today's counter report, GE. The first prepared speaker, To Huisung, I didn't note any of the crutches or filler words. And I learned a thing from her, that is using pauses if we need to, or where we are supposed to, or where we are going to use the filler words. That is one thing I learned from her. Next speaker is Chunkui. Chunkui had few of the conjunctive words like and, so, and then okay were used. So it's total 9. And the third speaker is Kamal Kumar, who has used few of the filler words like and then and, so, and one repeated word, which is evaluation. Next, coming to the evaluators, from Yvonne, I found only one use of and in between the sentences, and Alicia, only one repeated words, that is I cannot. The third evaluator is Joshua Chan with only one and. Next, coming to the table topic speakers, first is Joshua Chan again. I noted one and two so. Chung Kui, I didn't note anything. Also, same for the Alicia Thay. The last one is the table topics evaluated Jacinda. I noted one and, one so, and one repeated word, that is maybe. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Gamarian. Thank you so much. May I recommend something? Kumar has got the most filler words. I think maybe we should actually honor him because he made the most mistake. So maybe you should actually give him a certificate for the most filler words, and so that will actually people encourage more people to speak and make more mistake. I don't know. I'm just recommending. I hope that they take note of it and they will give him a prize for the best, the most. And now the Rolex, and not the least, because she keep time, and it is actually just our president, Jocelyn. Over to you. Okay? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I am replacing Jocelyn, and this is the report on timing. I shall be moving from here. I will be reporting first for the prepared speech. For myself, Hui Sang, within time as well, Chung Kui, 10 minutes 37. It is not within time. Now, so all the table topic speaker, all of you are within time. And moving on to evaluation. For all the evaluator, including Jacinta is table topic evaluator, all of you are within time. Congratulations again. And for other co-evaluator, Grammarian, Andy, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Our counter, Shweta just now, 1 minute and 30 seconds. And this will be all for the reports. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Timer. And may I also recommend the one who actually doesn't follow the time should be given an award for that. Because everybody follow the time. You see, sometimes you don't know what's the surprise. I'm just creating something here. So that, you know, when he look at his award, then they say that, hey, not bad, if I made a mistake, I also get honored for that. And this is the one time where you switch everything over to the other side and the bad becomes one of the best. Yeah, so if in case you come up with another of this team, the chances that you may win something for doing more than you're supposed to do. I'm just recommending, I hope they actually take note of it, and I'll be glad to actually be part of this giving away. All right, I've actually cleared all the, I thank all the whole team, the evaluators and the role players to keep this thing going. And I just make comments and as it goes, just to keep the thing going and hope that you guys enjoy yourself. In YMCA, we have this DNA which we try to achieve. We always give away our Toastmaster for FOC. It's not free of charge. Everybody will say it's free of charge. Our Toastmaster is always fun. We want to make sure it's fun. You guys have to laugh at your Toastmaster. If you guys have to listen to my speech and bear with it and look at your phone, this is a wrong place. You must go to the pub. And all is an opportunity to learn. Even you're a DTM or even you just came here for the first time, there's something to learn. Whatever is it, there's always something to learn from KK. There's always there. Just his smile is just to duplicate his smile. It's just like he's an evergreen guy. And connectivity, the word is C is connectivity. And that is that you connect with everybody. That was before the meeting, during the break, or right now, even we talk to each other and we make joke with each other, and it's all meant for just clean fun, you know. We pull each other's leg, and then when you only joke with somebody that you are comfortable with, when you're not comfortable with somebody, pull a joke, and after a while, that person becomes your friend. That's one way to actually get around, being very tight about it. And here is me giving my report here, and I know in your club, Butterworth, I read about your history. It's in Penang, and then you call yourself Butterworth Toastmaster Club, and that is already the very beginning. Is already a mistake. It's already a big mistake, and you're kept it that way, and you're stay as a mistake, and you're live with the mistake, and you're glorify over the mistake, and now it is an iconic mistake. And I'm here to actually, I was really privileged to be able to be here to be part of your GE. This is the first time I'm here and to actually learn. And let me give my little comment on my journey in Toastmaster, which probably will apply to all of us as a Toastmaster. Sometimes we are very worried when we speak in table topic or even in our prepared speech, we don't know what we need to say. I always learn it from my mentor and say that you have got something that you need to speak and everybody need to listen to it, and because it is time for you to speak. So when you speak, everybody needs to listen because you got something where the rest of the people does not know. It's because it is your journey, and your journey is very unique. So every one of your speeches, bring your experiences in there, bring your technical know-how down there, and when you say it, it is a time where people learn it from you, and it is a glorified moment for Toastmaster that we learn something from each other. And I like that theme that was given. It was mistake. Toastmaster is supposed to be a place where we make mistakes in life. I remember that once I was told, your first speech you give is probably at your wedding, and it's probably your last speech. It's supposed to be your last speech unless something happened, which is not a good idea to have a second speech. That's you get a second chance to speak. But sometimes if you don't have enough practice, if you don't get married all the time, and that could be the worst speech where everybody remembers. And you say, oh, that speech was so bad. He was a groom and he said that. But that is the best time for you to show off and join Toastmaster and get all those things going and all the mistakes that needs to be made, and then go to your groom speech. Or for a matter, if you've been married already, like me and KKT, we are married already. So what we do is that we will be invited to an MC. And when you're invited to an MC the second time, means the first time you didn't screw up. If the second time you're now invited again, that means you really screw up very badly. So Toastmasters serve its purpose, and after a while, I've been with Toastmaster for 8 over years, and I realized that somehow the Toastmaster blood just grows in us, and whenever we are talking to somebody and we say, this person probably need Toastmaster. He talked too much. In Toastmaster, we don't talk too long, 5 minutes, and we are done with our message. And I can't give very much input here. This guys, when I come here, it's full of fun, and everybody welcomed me, and I felt so good about being here, and I was looking forward for everything that was here, except there was no food served. That's my complaint. And other than that, I had a great time. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Samuel. A big applause to you. Thank you for your very valuable comments. And yeah, I have noted down your comments so that we can improve or add in our coming meetings. So with this, we have completed our evaluation session also. And it's the time I hand over to our president. Since our president is not here, as a VPE, I would like to continue the meeting towards the end. So now we have the most exciting time where we present the awards of all the polls we did. So shall we start? Okay, so first, let's see who is our best project speaker. Can I hear the drum rolls? Maybe you can unmute yourself.
Yay!
Yay! Let me share the screen. Just a minute.
Better be me.
Okay, it is none other than our humor master of the day, Chung Kui.
Congratulations.
Huiseng, can you help me to take the pictures?
Hey, Shweta. I need Zhonggui to say something so that I can spotlight him. No problem. I think I can spotlight. Hold there, Zhonggui, hold there. I'm gonna get a beautiful one for you.
Is that from Penang one? Your char kway?
Yeah, Penang one. This one. I just bought.
Zhonggui, not done yet. Again. Hold there. No one should talk. All mute. Else, Zhonggui will disappear. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we will go to the Best Evaluator Awards. Drum rolls again. Yay, it's Alicia Tate.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Alicia. And can you speak something for Huising to take a picture?
Hello, thank you, thank you.
Okay, hold on, Alicia. Hold on. Okay, done. Thank you.
Okay, the final awards goes to the best table topic speaker, and it is none other than Chungkui again.
Zhao Chakui
Zhao
again.
Kuei, tonight's team is Zhao Kuei actually.
Chukui, can I have you say something?
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, thank you,
done.
Huiseng, for
All
taking the
right.
pictures.
Yeah, back to you. Shweta is done.
Okay, thank you, Huiseng. Thank you so much. So next, along with this, I would like to share my appreciation to few more. Let me share my another slides. Okay, I would like to thank and congratulate Huiseng for keeping up her spirit and giving project speeches in successive meetings. Congratulations, Huiseng, and we are looking forward for your more speeches as well as your cookies special box. Who is going to take it for the information of for your information? Actually, Huiseng declared that she will provide a cookie box whoever gives consecutive speeches in consecutive meetings. It's a competition going on, and we don't have any competitor yet. Let's see if Chungkui can do it. Okay, with this, next I would like to thank all our role players from outside the club, but from our family, that is Alicia Thay, DTM, and to be DTM Yvonne P, and DTM Samuel Sham, and DTM Joshua Chan. We have 4 DTMs here along with our club DTMs. Thank you so much for helping us with this meeting. Next, I would also like to thank our guests to be part of our family today. And we had a lot of fun, and it is nice to see you all again. And please come again. Okay, and next, I thought I would include one of the suggestions given by our GE today. So we have the special awards presenting to Chungku and Kamal Kumar for crossing the borders in timer and counter reports. I added this because today's theme is a mistakes, related to mistakes, and I thought this is the right time to put it.
Thank you. I've just finished my Yao Chakwa, so I cannot post my Yao Chakwa anymore.
What is it, Kamal?
Here's Chungkui.
Oh, okay, sorry. Chungkui, are you telling something?
Yeah. I just said I finished my Yao Chakwa, so I cannot post my Yao Chakwa anymore.
Oh, we are expecting that. That's why we provided the special awards.
Oh.
Okay, looking forward to it in the next meeting. So let's move on to our pathways tracking. So this is our club's pathways tracking, and yeah, we are coming to the end of this term, and we all like to run and do our speeches. So I hope all of you have noted down your progress, and let's keep up our pace and do more speeches. Okay, next we have the DCP points of the club shared by our AD Kamal Kumar. So as you can see, we have already achieved 6 points out in the goals and it's already distinguished, yeah, we can achieve more and become selected distinguished. So let's all try together. We still have the time. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Kamal, for sharing this wonderful slide. With this, I would like to move on to the next part that is very important one, to get the feedback from our guest. Any of our guests would like to share your feedbacks with us?
Yeah, let me share.
Sure. KL, cool.
Yeah, I joined Butterworth Toastmaster in the year 2001. And this is my 20th year. I rejoined after 20 years. Wow. There's a lot of young generation which I have not met. The only person which I know is KK. The rest I have not met. I've spoken to Alicia. I've spoken to this ID when I pay my bill for the membership. What we have, what I have seen the differences between the old generation and the young generations. When we speak too long, we are given a time limit. We have to give a red warning, a red card. Don't allow him to continue speaking. Otherwise, your time is running out. You see, we already past our time, already 10 past 10. So it's about time control. So even any evaluator, so they have a time control. They cannot keep on wrapping on, and then they're eating into other people's time, see? So this is about time control. Toastmaster is practicing about time control. It's also practicing about giving speech. But the other one is about time management. That's my comment. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. We will keep this in note. Yeah, we sometimes go past our time. So without making more delay, anybody else want to share your feedback?
Thank you for having me here tonight. So nice to see Kekechi and all the familiar faces again. I would say tonight is a night well spent.
Thank you so much, Laren. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all of you. You have performed excellently well in this Zoom meeting, and I'm so glad to be part of it tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please come again and join with
Sure,
us.
I will.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, it's airtime actually.
True.
Yeah, actually our meeting is always on Friday. So tomorrow especially, we have a joint meeting with Royal Premier and our club. Yeah, I would love to have all of you guys to join us. I promise you, you get a front seat. And if you come, I promise you get a chance to speak, say something. Please, I'll see you guys there. Thank you.
Sure, Samuel. Also, you have to promise us to give the Lao Chao Kai.
Lao Chao Kai, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just right opposite YMCA.
Okay.
I'll send the link to one of you guys, and then we can pass it to whoever wants to come. Thank you, and over back to you.
Sure. Thank you so much. Any more announcement? AD, do you have any announcement?
No. I
Okay,
know. I think a lot of things is not to be said. You all know. But I would like to say that it's quite challenging to accept your invitation. But because you're so passionate to keep inviting me, I cannot turn it down. So if I really in future cannot accept your invitation, I hope you will understand. If I could, I would try. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much for joining us whenever I invite you. And if you are not joining, we will miss you. But let's try to come together and meet again and again. Okay, with this, we have already run out of our time. So we have learned so many things today. Also, we are going to learn to not run out of our time in our next meeting. We will learn from our mistakes. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And everyone, please have a very good sleep and rest well. Have a good night. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Good night.
everyone. Good
Yeah.
night.
Thank you.
Good night,
Sam.
Koo. Good night,
Okay,
KL
good
Good
night,
night,
Koo.
everybody.
everyone.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Alicia, good night.
Thank you, Kelku.
And stay safe. Don't get caught. Don't get